Students and staff receive active shooter training.
And if you can get out, get out.
The advice one UAPD captain gives on how you can be prepared.
Today's the last day for early voting. Find out where polling stations will be located tomorrow.
Earning more can encourage employees to work harder, why some people may be against a wage increase. Welcome to UATV News. I'm Destiny Washington.
And I'm Nick Camper. Thanks for joining us. One U of A sorority faces an unknown attacker in its own parking lot. A pledge at the Phi Mu sorority reported a struggle between a man and a woman last week in resident reserved parking lot 35. According to one witness, it seemed like the man kept trying to push the woman into his car. Senior member Kelsey Everett explains how the event showed the level of security of the lot.
That is such a secluded area that it would be so easy for somebody to be waiting there. And if there's nobody around, there's no security cameras, there's no lights.
Pledges received emails from their sororities prompting safety awareness following the incident. Kappa Kappa Gamma's email included information about security around the sorority campus and Dixon Street. The sorority president urged students to walk with friends when it's dark out and contact their sorority security guards whenever they want to be walked to or from their car.
Well, early voting ended today, but voters can still make their voices heard for tomorrow's midterm election.
That's right, UATV will keep you updated with all midterm election news.
We will show you the pressing issues of this election and how each candidate stands on them.
Issues 1 and 3 will appear on the ballot, but the state Supreme Court ordered election officials not to count any votes for the measure.
Issue 1 would cap attorney fees, limit damages awarded to victims, and allow the legislature to set rules regarding malpractice. The law currently prohibits limits on damages.
Issue 3 would limit members of the Arkansas House of Representatives to 6 years and 8 years for members of the Arkansas Senate.
Voters may be required to carry a voter identification card if Issue 2 successfully passes in the midterm election.
While supporters of the issues argue that voter IDs would strengthen security in the election process,
those who oppose the issue believe voter IDs would discourage minority groups from participating in political elections.
residents of Northwest Arkansas could expect the casino nearby after the midterm elections.
If passed, Issue 4 would allow for one casino in Crittenden, Garland, Pope, and Jefferson counties.
Bringing more casinos to Arkansas could generate large amounts of money for the state.
However, those who oppose the issue claim that those casinos bring in more crime and poverty to the community. Well, as mentioned before, early voting ended this afternoon at 5.
However, if you did not vote today, you can still vote tomorrow on Election Day.
All voters can cast their vote at vote centers from 7:30 in the morning to 7:30 at night.
You can see the full list of vote centers on the Washington County website. One day left until midterm elections. We will tell you the different representative candidates.
And also a look at statewide candidates whose names will be seen on the ballot. The current governor, Asa Hutchinson, will be running for his second election term.
Hutchinson belongs to the Republican Party.
Jared Henderson's one of Hutchinson's opponents belongs to the Democratic Party.
Mark West serves as the Libertarian candidate.
Voters will eagerly anticipate the winner of the midterm election for Arkansas's lieutenant governor.
Incumbent Tim Griffin seeks re-election as Arkansas's lieutenant governor. The Republican strongly advocates tax cutting and reducing the national debt. Democratic candidate Anthony Bland seeks election to challenge President Trump's agenda.
The Arkansas Attorney General race features the first woman to be elected as Attorney General of the state. Republican Leslie Rutledge seeks re-election, and she promises to defend Arkansas against criminals, con artists, and an overreaching federal government.
Democratic candidate Mike Lee promises to fight corruption and the opioid crisis. He's a strong advocate for consumer protection.
The Arkansas Secretary of State midterm does not feature an incumbent. Democratic candidate Susan Inman opposes issue 1 and believes in a vote-by-mail system.
Republican candidate John Thurston wants to play a role in drawing lines that are fair and logical for the voters. Both candidates oppose gerrymandering.
The District 3 U.S. Senate midterm features a Republican incumbent.
Steve Womack seeks re-election as Arkansas's representative in the U.S. Congress, a chairman of the House Budget Committee. Womack also sits on the House Appropriations Committee.
His opponent is Democratic candidate Josh Mahoney. Mahoney says he advocates accessible college education and good-paying jobs and renewable energy.
And lastly, the county judge race features a Republican incumbent. Joseph Wood seeks re-election as a county judge for Washington County.
Wood says he is committed to serving the communities, connecting citizens around the county, and communicating his vision for a better county. Democratic candidate Jim House said he has the experience the county needs. He was an administrator at the State Health Department for 25 years and spent 2 years in the Army. He has also served as an elected representative in state government.
Holiday shopping starts early. Find out how an online retailer plans to save you a little more cash this season.
The entertainment market continues to grow in Northwest Arkansas. How the area plans to bring more first-class entertainment. Seven mass shootings killed 4 or more people in the last year. It's not preventable, but there are things you can do to protect yourself in an emergency. UATV's Nick Bravo has a story.
Virginia Tech, 2007. Sandy Hook, 2012. Stoneman Douglas, 2018. These are all recent examples of mass shootings at schools. One can happen at any time, and students like to think that it won't ever happen here. A captain for UAPD says you never know when it's going to happen, but that it's always better to be prepared.
But there's a possibility, and we want our students prepared for that, as well as our faculty and staff.
As for the things you can do to protect and prepare yourself, there are 3 key things to follow.
So we teach the philosophy of avoid, deny, and defend. If you can get out, get out. If you can't get out of the situation, deny access. And while you're denying access, prepare to defend yourself if the bad guy comes in the room.
Being able to do these 3 things could be the difference between life or death. Some locations around campus are equipped with a go bag. These bags have a hammer to break glass to escape, a rope to secure a door, glow sticks for vision, as well as other items. It's important to always be aware of your surroundings and know where the nearest exit is in case of emergencies. This goes for suspicious persons as well. Be aware of what's going on at all times. The topic of active shooters is a sensitive subject, but the only way to be prepared for it is to talk about it.
Find yourself ever in a situation where you need to report a suspicious person, you can do so at report.uark.edu.
A social service organization will host their annual signature event, focusing on sexual assault awareness. The NWA Center for Sexual Assault Me Too Gala plans to celebrate the strength of the survivors. It partnered with Mercy Health and the Regional SANE program. The gala will take place on Saturday, November 17th at the Peel Mansion in Bentonville.
Gift givers rejoice. Amazon provides free shipping for the nation starting next Monday. Last year, Amazon shoppers needed to spend at least $25 to earn free shipping. Shelby Evans says the free shipping would help her Christmas shopping, but hinder her wallet.
Shipping is always the thing that makes me not want to buy things online, but especially now that I see they offer free shipping, I might be making a couple more impulse purchases.
Evans says that she's excited to get more of her Christmas presents and personal gifts for herself as well. Amazon decided to make 3 million items available for same-day shipping, and this begins next week.
The Walmart AMP announced an upcoming edition. A 5-year partnership with Live Nation and a $13.9 million expansion will lead to the expansion called the 2020 Vision for the facility. The construction expansion will create a new box office, 56 additional restroom stalls, and the increase of seating capacity of 1,000 seats.
The Division of Student Affairs invites the campus to join the First Generation College Student Celebration. I'm First recognizes the students, faculty, and staff members who identify this way at the University of Arkansas. The event will take place at the Arkansas Union Connection Lounge on Thursday, November 8th from 11:30 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon.
A growing number of Arkansans worry about the climate change. In the 20th annual Arkansas poll showed how Arkansans think the changes pose an imminent risk. The University of Arkansas professor Janine Perry created the poll based on 1,200 randomly selected phone interviews. And coming up in sports, find out how the women's soccer team fared in the SEC tournament.
And also find out which Razorback basketball player was named to a major watch list. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Well, today we experienced a little bit of rain in the morning. It was quite chilly all day, but tomorrow you should expect different.
That's right, tomorrow will be sunny along with a few afternoon clouds.
You can expect a high of around 65 degrees and a low of 42. Now, do not miss National Donut Day.
That's right, today marks National Donut Day, and the history of this day continues to be a mystery.
One theory suggests Dutch settlers brought donuts to North America along with other traditional American desserts, while another theory disagrees.
Either way, donut lovers from across the nation celebrate this sweet day. Well, that's all we have today. I'm Destiny Washington. Thanks for tuning in.
And I'm Nick Camper. I hope you guys have a great night.